Hey, middle schoolers, welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are in week, I think, 5 of our series on We Are the Church. And this week we have someone from a sister church on the other side of the river. He is the high school pastor at East Hills in Gresham. And so his name is Aman Kahsai, and he is with us to talk with us about how uh, East Hills is living out being the church where they are. So, Aman, thanks for hanging out with us.
Oh man, it's so good to be here. Thank you for having me. I mean, it's really my honor.
Yeah, of course, of course. Okay, so how has your church, East Hills Church, which is very similar to B4 Church, but what are some of the ways that you guys are responding to the needs of your community during this global pandemic?
Yeah, definitely. Well, one of the amazing things about East Hill and about this time is it kind of forced us to really help our community out in a ton of different ways that we aren't used to doing it at this magnitude. So now that we're not meeting all our resources and all most of our financial blessings and everything is all going towards helping the community. So one thing that we do consistently is we have it's called Operation Share Hope, which we have the Red Cross on campus and we distribute food in partnership with us. So we help get food and we distribute. So I think we serve about 2,000 to 2,200 people a week with just food boxes and food.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's like one of the. I mean, that was super. That's yeah, just a God thing right there. And another thing that we've done once, and hopefully we're going to continue to do again, is I forgot what we called it, but we support our local businesses in our downtown Gresham area. So what we do, since our church is located like a block away from downtown Gresham, so a lot of our restaurants and staple community elements in Gresham are in downtown. So we just want to support them. So we encourage all of our whole congregation to just take their family out, get something to go, and just kind of bless local business, to tip well, and just share the love in that way. So yeah, that's another thing that we've been doing to kind of
So
help out
cool.
in our community.
I love that. That's like such a practical way to be loving your
Right.
neighbor during this time is to support local business and tip well. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
exactly.
that is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
And you guys are like serving food boxes
Hmm.
for 2,000 people. That's incredible. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's actually very similar to what we're doing here. In fact, I think isn't your missions pastor Coco Jenkins?
Yes, she
Okay,
is.
okay, so cool. So I think she's been in conversation with uh, Pastor Mark from B4 Church, and they've been working
Yeah.
together to like
Yeah.
make it happen. So
Yeah, fun fact, actually, super random. I actually went to B4 recently to pick up a bunch of food boxes from,
no
because
way.
you guys have a great distribution center
Mm,
on campus. So we stopped by there. By the way, you guys are freaking lucky to have the basketball court. That court
I know.
is insane.
Oh
So I'm
yes.
jealous. I'm very
Uh,
jealous.
yeah. Man, I it's being used obviously for like the food distribution area, but like
Yeah.
when once that's like open again, I'm using it. I'm
Yeah.
using it a lot more. But,
I don't
yeah,
blame you. I'll do the same thing.
I miss playing so bad, but
Yeah, that's
oh well.
awesome.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what are like maybe like one or two stories that you've heard coming from how you guys are serving your community, loving your neighbor, loving them with the love of Jesus? Like, what are some like stories that you've seen or heard?
Yeah. I think the one that stuck out to me the most recently was when we supported our local business that day. So I forgot who asked uh, but one of my favorite Chinese restaurants is in downtown Gresham. So of course me and my whole crew went there and we got some food and hung out. But someone asked the owner like, "Hey, how's today? Like, how has business been?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's been. This is the first normal day we've had since COVID started. Like, this is our first financially normal day. Like, thank you so much for doing that because it's really been a blessing." And that's just one of the businesses that were, you know, a hotspot for our community. Cause I know that there's a candy store that was just buzzing the whole time, with just kids going in and out, and the local cow, which is like like the probably our best burger joint that we have. That was just backed up with orders and super busy. So I just can't imagine how many more businesses were blessed through that, you know. But that specifically, I was like, okay, we're making a difference. We're relieving business owners of that financial burden that, you know, that they're leading their staff in. So I thought that was really cool, you know, and that's really just you know, something that we can see practically, like, oh man, like we're actually making a difference as a church in our community. So that was a great thing.
Oh, that's awesome. That is so cool.
Yeah. Hmm.
And you know, what is like something that you're seeing that is, you know, bringing you hope in the midst of this, like something you're seeing of what God is doing through his church that just fills you with joy, and you experience a lot of like hope for the future because of it.
Yeah, dude, definitely. For sure, the biggest one is, I guess, the unity of of the church. Just how many
Yes.
churches, everyone's working together. Everyone, like, there's no strife. There's no, you know, no one's just mad. Everyone's like, okay, we have something to work for together. So whether, doesn't matter what denomination you are, doesn't matter, you know, where you're from, we all are trying to support, and we're all trying to help. And specifically at East Hill, just seeing how many of our congregates are like, is there any way I could help? Is there any way I could serve? Where's the next food drive? Where's the next, you know, so for people to actually own the mission of God that's in front of them in a practical way, and in a way that actually helps people, you know, I think that's given me so much hope. And I think once this is all over, it's just going to roll over into the next season that we're all in. So that's been making me super happy and
Dude,
hopeful for the
yes.
future.
Yes. I have to say yes and amen to that. I've seen like some incredible unity in the midst of this. I mean, like recently, like just last night, so you know, today is a Thursday, Thursday the 21st or something. Last night we had there was like I think almost like 50 youth groups did like this online live YouTube event that was really like a gospel outreach.
That's
it was
awesome.
Yeah, it was called Unite Youth Online or something. And yeah, it's so cool because like so many youth ministries are like together, stacking hands to like work together and putting on this event. And also even hearing the you know, Pastor Mark from B4 Church is helping out, you know, and in communication with other churches, and everyone's all working together. Even like you know, B4 is in partnership with like the Beaverton School District and Oregon Food Bank, and I'm just like, man, people are like, you know, the church is really united, and we're also like linking arms with people with like, you know, the Beaverton School District, you know, people who aren't Christian, and they're delivering food boxes, which is so cool.
And that's the thing, you know, people notice that, people take tallies on that. So I think we're definitely, as a church, rewriting our reputation with every single, you know, event that we have to support our community. So I think it's cool, you know, that we're all doing that.
Yeah, man, it's epic. Okay. Last one, and you know, every interview we've done, I've asked this same final question, and that is, how would you end this sentence? The church is blank.
Yeah, how I would end it is, the church is the people of God who are in relationship with him, accomplishing his mission into the world. So I think that's what I believe the church is, wholeheartedly, that we are his children, you know, and that we are his possession, his prized possession. I love what First Peter says, that we're his chosen people, you know, to accomplish his mission into the world. So yeah, that's how I would describe it. What are you? What do you think? What would you say?
Oh, I would completely disagree with you. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, that is perfect. I love that. You know, I think what I've been saying every week is the church is the people of God and filled with the Spirit of God, living out the mission of God here on earth.
Oh,
And,
that's awesome.
you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just like so excited for everyone to see that because of this crisis, the church is stepping up to show that
Hmm.
the church isn't like, it's not a building, it's not
Yeah.
a program you
It's
attend.
not a service. Exactly.
No, it's people, which is
Right.
cool. So,
Yeah.
um, anyways, Aman, thank you so much for joining
Of
us,
course. Yeah.
sharing some of your insights and wisdom with these students. And
Yeah.
yeah, middle schoolers, remember, the church is not a building. It is not a program. It is a people, and you are the church. So may you live out love to your community. May you be the church in your community. May you support local business. May you tip well. May you show love to your neighbor, and know that you are loved by an amazing God. We'll see you guys later.